What is the story of Buffalo Bill and his claim for the first scalp for Custer? The story begins in a remote corner of northwestern Nebraska at a place called Warbonnet Creek. After his defeat at the Rosebud Creek, General Crook retired to his forward base along the Big Goose Creek and the Tongue River for a vacation. The general and his men relaxed, fishing in the clear streams and going into the Bighorn Mountains to hunt deer and elk. On July 5th, upon hearing of Custer's defeat at the Little Bighorn, Crook ordered the 5th Cavalry to reinforce him at Goose Creek Camp. The 5th Cavalry at Fort Laramie was commanded by Colonel Wesley Merritt, a capable Civil War veteran. With Merritt was his chief of scouts, William F. Buffalo Bill Cody. Merritt received word that around 800 Cheyenne warriors, it may have been no more than 300, had left the Spotted Tail and Red Cloud agencies to join their triumphant relations in the Powder River country. Merritt's aim was to intercept these warriors and block them. On July 17, 1876, the 5th Cavalry, after a long march, reached an area where the trail west from the agencies and the trail north from Fort Laramie intersected. The supply trail crossed the creek at a remote site in today's Sioux County, Nebraska, a site which is still remote today. Merritt reached the intersection before the Cheyenne and now prepared his ambush. Cody, Lieutenant King, and a few scouts posted themselves on a hill overlooking the trails. Merritt placed his troopers, about 350 men, behind a low ridge. His supply train, which included troopers hidden in the wagons, followed along the trail from Fort Laramie. As dawn began to break, the scouts noticed Cheyenne warriors forming up along the ridges to the southeast. It became obvious the Cheyenne were planning to attack the wagon train. Lieutenant Hall, commanding the supply wagons, unaware of the gathering Cheyenne, sent 2 troopers to locate Merritt. As the scouts watched, they saw a group of about 6 warriors separate from the main body and move to intercept the troopers. Cody and a small group of scouts charged the war party, preparing to ambush the outriders from the supply wagons. What happened next is more of a scene of fiction than of an actual event. Both Cody and the warrior leading the Cheyenne attack group, a brave named Yellowhair, so named because he carried a blonde scalp on his lance, had outpaced their companions. Upon seeing each other, they turned to fight man to man. Trooper Chris Madsen described the scene. The instant they were face to face, their guns fired. It seemed like almost one shot. Cody's bullet went through the Indian's leg and killed his pinto pony. The Indian's bullet went wild. Cody's horse stepped into a prairie dog hole and stumbled, but Cody was up in a moment. Kneeling, he took a deliberate aim and fired the second shot. An instant before he fired the second shot, the Indian fired at him, but missed. Cody's bullet went through the Indian's head and ended the battle. Cody went over to the fallen Indian and neatly removed his scalp, while the other soldiers gave chase to the Indian's companions. The 5th had formed its ranks on the east bank of the stream, just behind a high rise concealing them, and charged. The Cheyenne, then turned and fled back towards the Red Cloud Agency. The soldiers pursued only a short distance, never coming close enough to fire a single shot at their retreating enemy. Cody not only scalped Yellowhair, but for trophies of war, Cody took Yellowhair's war bonnet, shield, bridle, whip, lance, and other weapons, including an 1858 Remington rifle. He sent them to his friend in Rochester, New York, where they were displayed in a cigar store window. Today, some of these items can be seen at the Cody Museum in Cody, Wyoming. The skirmish at Warbonnet Creek was a minor episode in the Indian Wars, but occurring so soon after Custer's defeat, it bolstered the Army and the national morale. It also added to Cody's fame. The battle site is in Sioux County, Nebraska, on an unimproved road about 70 miles north of Harrison, Nebraska. There are two monuments. One at the top of the hill commemorates the 5th Cavalry and the action at Warbonnet Creek. The second, near the creek, is the marker where the conflict between Cody and Yellowhair took place. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this content and would like to see more of it, then please like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and give